In today's adventure, we explore St. Basil Ukrainian Catholic Parish to find Cyrillic texts to attempt to read and translate. Out of all the areas, I chose this one because I thought it would be more interesting to immerse myself in an Eastern Catholic church, which I have never done before. Not only that, I will also explore how religion can shape narratives. For example, the Fremen were made to believe in this Lisan al-Gaib, this Messiah, who would bring them paradise and save them from their oppressors. This is influenced, of course, by Jesus and the idea of Christianity, and is spread throughout the world. At the time, the church was not open, so the next best thing was a meeting with the priest, who gave some insightful history and information on interpreting the Cyrillic text. He provided us with a book, which I will be using later on in this video, which basically helps those who do not speak Ukrainian to follow along with the Mass by including English translations. Exploring outside the church, I attempted to translate the plaque. I ignored the English below it, and I guessed that it meant Saint Basil, based on the abbreviation being evident in the first word Saint. The rest I had not a clue. Upon translation, I did alright guessing the Saint Basil part, but I missed his title the Great.
So, I only realized, one word because it starts with a V. So, Basil, St. Basil, and, Basil. And I think this is Ukrainian. Yeah, Ukraine.
I initially felt confident identifying a few words, but when I tried to translate the plaque below the statue of St. Basil the Great, that confidence quickly faded as I saw some very unfamiliar Cyrillic text. Not that it was familiar to me already. I could only make out the word St. Basil in Ukrainian, so I had to turn to the app once again. While it did help me with a few words, much of the translation did not make sense. For example, I could not figure out what rhenium means or who Ota Vasilian Sorel was. This left me puzzled and questioning the app's ability to provide accurate translations. This, of course, is a problem with the technology that was being used. Just like ChatGPT, it was woefully unreliable in its purpose. Errors such as these are a contributing factor to why the humans in the Dune universe have forsaken AI in favor of themselves. Technology lacks the ability to translate correctly and effectively, which begs the question, why let a computer do it when a human can do it for me? Unfortunately, I do not have anyone who can speak Ukrainian at my disposal, so all I have left to translate is this unreliable and untrustworthy app. To further immerse myself in this experience, I decided to go to the morning mass at 7 a.m. the next day to engage with the church and its Cyrillic text. Here's where I will use the aforementioned book, which includes the English translations. I did not record footage to respect those partaking in prayer. I did take a picture of the very impressive mural, which included some Cyrillic text flanked by its English translations. I again used the same translation app as earlier, and the results were laughably bad. The human reliance on technology is a major aspect in the concept of post-humanism, that the use of technology will elevate humanity to a higher state than it was before. Like fire, books are a timeless technology that has been essential to preserving and advancing human knowledge. Books allow us to capture thoughts, emotions, and facts in a form that remains accessible to anyone with the means to read. The true hero of this experience was the book, which helped me follow along with the Mass even when I got lost in the beginning. Here I argue that humanity's dependence on technology could lead to a fate similar to that of Dune, where AI is ultimately abandoned. Our reliance may grow until we risk being replaced or even overtaken by it. This points to our desire for control and our tendency to prioritize convenience. When we feel that control slipping, we often destroy what we cannot contain. Dystopias reflect this fear, showing how the loss of control turns us against each other and even against our own thoughts. In this experience, my limited knowledge and lack of control left me reliant on technology to navigate an unfamiliar place. I felt powerless, dependent on tools to create a sense of understanding. The lesson? Next time, bring a Ukrainian friend to a Ukrainian church. Until then, do побачення.